the Gobi Desert right out in northwestern China, in Gansu province, sort of right across to the eastern seaboard of China. The walls played both defensive and offensive functions. They were built by different peoples for slightly different purposes, but they were essentially a military barrier, to define one area from another. The exhibition's on view here at the Powerhouse Museum in Sydney. It really is a first for the Powerhouse, and in fact a first for the world. This is the first major international travelling exhibition on the subject of the Great Wall of China that spans its early origins right up until the present day. It's a project that was initiated by the Powerhouse Museum. It's been 4 years in the making. One of the really fascinating objects that's not even been shown in China, let alone overseas, is from the collection of the National Museum of China. It's a series of plans of the Great Wall to the north of Beijing, and we feel very privileged to be the first place anywhere, both China and the world, for it to be displayed. One of the most popular exhibits is one of the entombed warriors from the burial mounds surrounding the tomb of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. He's a more than life-size statue of a crossbowman. He really is an imposing figure, and he complements a group of other objects that relate to the standardization, of weights and measures and currency that happened during the Qing dynasty when China was unified and pre-existing sections of wall were unified, and when the first idea of the Great Wall of China was formed. Another real treasure is a gold headdress ornament. Would have been worn by a noble woman from the Xianbei people in what is now Inner Mongolia. It's a very delicate object dating back, hundreds of years, and it really is a very precious and beautiful thing. Other objects include a striking group of objects from the Palace Museum, including a fabulous imperial chair or throne made from deer antlers that were hunted by the Qianlong Emperor, and a poem is engraved on the back of that chair which talks about the nomadic heritage, the martial spirit of the Manchu, and of course they were nomads, and they of course ruled China during the Manchu Qing dynasty, a time when the Great Wall ceased to really have any function. We've also got some quite fascinating contemporary objects in the exhibition, objects that really chart the transformation of the wall from a military barrier into a symbol of China and one of China's great tourist destinations. Among the wonderful objects that are on loan from the Palace Museum is this set of ceremonial armour.